Everything you've been told about being separate is an illusion. Modern science has uncovered a hidden truth that challenges everything we think we know. Nothing in this universe exists in isolation. Across time, across distance, there is a mysterious field of energy linking all things. Not just atoms and light, but your thoughts, your emotions, and even the path of your destiny. What does that mean for you? It means your mind is not just observing reality, it is shaping it. And from this moment forward, what you're about to learn might completely transform how you see your life. Picture this: two identical dice. You roll one in your city, and someone else rolls the other from across the world. Yet somehow the outcome of one instantly affects the other, no matter how far apart. Sounds impossible? This isn't science fiction. It's a real principle in quantum physics known as quantum entanglement. Experiments have proven it. When two particles are entangled, they remain invisibly connected. When one changes, the other shifts in response, instantly. Now here's the secret few understand. This principle isn't limited to the micro-world of particles. It applies to your mind, your energy, your very existence. Because if the entire universe is made of the same foundational energy, then your consciousness follows those same rules. And that means your thoughts, your emotions, your intentions are far more powerful than you've been led to believe. By understanding this truth and learning to align with it, you can awaken a dormant power within you, a force that's been waiting patiently to be remembered. But to grasp how this can reshape your reality, we must first understand what connects your mind to the cosmos itself. You've been taught that your thoughts live only inside your brain, but science now suggests something far more profound. Researchers in quantum physics have discovered that consciousness isn't just a byproduct of brain activity. It interacts with the fabric of space itself. One of the most compelling discoveries comes from the HeartMath Institute. They found that your heart generates a powerful electromagnetic field, one strong enough to influence not just your body, but the environment surrounding you. This means your feelings, your deepest emotions, don't stay locked inside. They ripple outward, touching people, events, even possibilities. And if thoughts are truly a form of energy, and energy cannot be destroyed, then where do your intentions go when you send them out into the universe? Quantum entanglement tells us that all matter is interconnected, and that includes every cell, every vibration within you. When you think with powerful emotion, you send out a frequency. That frequency can echo in another part of the universe, drawing in situations that resonate with your inner state. This is why some individuals appear to manifest success with ease, while others repeat cycles of limitation. The secret isn't just what they do, it's the energy they emit. Your mental signals are constantly interacting with an unseen field, a web of invisible energy that links all things. In the early 1900s, quantum experiments began revealing a hidden truth about reality. The famous double-slit experiment showed that particles of light, called photons, change their behavior based on whether or not they are being watched. In other words, the mere act of observing alters the outcome. Your consciousness, your awareness, has the power to shape matter. But even more astonishing is the mystery of entanglement itself. In 1935, Albert Einstein, along with Podolsky and Rosen, proposed the EPR paradox, suggesting that two particles could remain connected even across vast distances. Then, in 1982, physicist Elaine Aspect proved this to be true. When one entangled particle was altered, its partner changed instantly, without any signal traveling between them. A discovery that shattered conventional science and confirmed an invisible field exists beyond time, beyond space. Now ask yourself, if the particles in your body are made of the same energy, why wouldn't your thoughts, your intentions, and your emotions also be linked by this same universal field? The implications for your life are enormous. One of the greatest forces behind this energetic interaction is your subconscious mind. Your subconscious isn't just a storage of memories. It's a living transmitter, constantly sending and receiving vibrations based on your innermost beliefs. Thoughts aren't confined to brainwaves. They generate measurable electromagnetic signals that ripple outward and interact with the energy field around you. But here's the part that few understand. Most of this vibrational activity doesn't happen on the surface. It comes from deep within your subconscious. Research from the HeartMath Institute confirms that your heart's electromagnetic field extends meters beyond your body, interacting with the subtle energy fields of others. And it's your subconscious that governs how you emit and receive these signals. Like a finely tuned antenna, your subconscious picks up frequencies and broadcasts them according to the emotional patterns stored within you. If those patterns are negative, if you've internalized fear, doubt, or lack, then those are the frequencies you're sending out, and the universe responds in kind. But the moment you begin to rewrite those patterns, you can alter your frequency and change what you attract. Now think back. Have you ever noticed that when you're upset, more problems seem to appear, one after the other, as if your mood magnetically draws chaos into your life? Or on the other hand, when you're joyful, confident, and full of optimism, things just seem to go your way? Opportunities arise, doors open, synchronicities multiply. That's not a coincidence. That's the law of vibration in action, and your subconscious is the engine behind it. But here's the challenge: why can't most people access this power deliberately? It's because from the moment we're born, we are taught to believe in a limited mechanical world, one ruled only by effort, logic, and cause and effect. This early conditioning blocks our awareness of the quantum, energetic nature of reality. Dr. Bruce Lipton, biologist and pioneer in epigenetics, has shown that nearly 95% of our behaviors are dictated by the subconscious mind. And most of that programming? It happens in the first 7 years of life, when your brain is operating in theta waves, a deeply receptive state, much like hypnosis. During this time, beliefs, fears, and limitations are absorbed from family, school, society. Messages like, money is hard to come by, you don't deserve success, or love always leads to pain, become automatic scripts embedded in your subconscious. And later in life, even if your conscious mind longs for wealth, love, or freedom, your subconscious may still be transmitting frequencies of fear, lack, and resistance. Those beliefs become energetic instructions, shaping the events, relationships, and results that enter your life. Let's explore how this plays out in real life. If your subconscious is coded with the belief that money is scarce, you might earn an income. But somehow it always slips away through emergencies, bad investments, or sudden setbacks that drain what you've gained. If you were raised to believe relationships are full of pain, you might find yourself attracting partners who reinforce that belief, keeping you trapped in a cycle of heartbreak. Or perhaps you were told, directly or indirectly, that you don't deserve success. And now, every time you come close to something big, a new job, a bold opportunity, a breakthrough, something blocks your path, as if fate itself is pulling you back. You might even set a goal to lose weight, build a business, find love, and in the beginning you feel motivated. But eventually you slide back into the same old habits, repeating the same frustrations. This isn't weakness, it's programming. Because while your conscious mind wants to go one direction, your subconscious is still driving the other way, and it always wins until it's rewritten. This is why so many people feel stuck, why they work hard, try affirmations, take courses, seek advice, and yet still feel like something invisible is holding them back. What they don't see is that their reality is reflecting the vibration of their subconscious beliefs. This is quantum entanglement in action. Not just between particles, but between your internal state and your external life. And no, it's not as simple as just thinking positive. If that were enough, we'd all be living our dream lives already. The truth is, you can't just change your thoughts. You have to change your frequency. You have to reprogram the subconscious. You have to send out a new signal, one that resonates with the reality you want to live. And just like updating the software in a computer, you can install new patterns, new beliefs, new programs that support abundance, well-being, and deep inner freedom. But first, you must understand how this connection is even possible. So how does this invisible connection between you and the universe truly function? It all begins at the quantum level, with a mysterious phenomenon called entanglement. When two subatomic particles become entangled, they remain bonded, no matter how far apart they are. Change one and the other reacts instantly, not seconds later, instantly. There's no signal, no delay, just a shared awareness that defies space and time. It's as though they're not two particles, but one consciousness expressing itself in different places. This alone is astonishing, but here's where it gets even more powerful. You are made of these same particles. Your body, your brain, and yes, your very awareness is woven from the same quantum thread, which means your consciousness could be doing the same thing, entangled, connected, tapping into a vast field that transcends ordinary logic. And this isn't just spiritual metaphor, it's being explored in modern science. Physicist Roger Penrose and anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff propose that consciousness itself may emerge from quantum activity inside tiny structures of your brain called microtubules. If that's true, then your thoughts aren't just mental activity. They're quantum transmissions, resonating with the field of reality. What you feel and think might ripple into the fabric of the universe, like waves echoing across an invisible sea. Have you ever had a gut feeling, a knowing that something was about to happen? Or thought intensely about someone, and then they suddenly reached out? These are not just coincidences. They may be reflections of that quantum connection in action. When your mind is in harmony with this frequency, things begin to shift. You start seeing doors open, people arrive, solutions appear, as if reality is arranging itself to match the signal you're sending. Your intuition sharpens, your creative flow increases, and you begin to feel less like a separate being and more like a conscious participant in something much, much larger. If every thought and feeling is a pulse of energy, then it doesn't just vanish after you think it. It moves, it flows, it creates ripples in the unseen structure of reality. According to Dr. Joe Dispenza, a single thought triggers a chemical reaction in the brain. That reaction produces an emotion, and that emotion reinforces the thought, locking you into a vibrational loop. If your recurring thoughts are rooted in fear, doubt, or limitation, then your body begins to vibrate at that frequency, and that vibration becomes a magnet, pulling in people, situations, and outcomes that reflect that same energy. The reverse is just as true. When you cultivate elevated thoughts of love, success, purpose, or gratitude, your frequency rises, and as your vibration shifts, so too does the world around you. But here's the critical insight. It's not enough to merely want something. Desire alone isn't the frequency, emotion is. Your subconscious must be aligned with the feeling of what you want as if it's already here. Because if you're thinking about abundance but still feel anxious when you open your bank account, you're vibrating scarcity, and that's what the universe will reflect. You have to feel the outcome before it shows up. This is where the real work begins. To create true, lasting transformation, you must train your subconscious to accept this elevated vibration as your new normal. How do you do that? By sending consistent, coherent signals through thought, feeling, and action, until your inner state no longer contradicts what you wish to attract. In this process, you're not just thinking, you're reprogramming the field. One of the most direct ways to shift your internal frequency is through meditation and visualization. When you enter a meditative state, your brain naturally slows into deeper wave patterns. Theta and delta, the same frequencies your subconscious mind responds to most. In this state, you can bypass the filters of the conscious mind and plant new beliefs directly into your energetic core. When you visualize your goal as already achieved, you're not pretending. You're activating the same neural and emotional pathways that would fire if it were truly happening. This over time creates an energetic blueprint, a vibrational code the universe can respond to. Phrases like, "I am already living in abundance. My energy attracts miraculous outcomes." They aren't just affirmations. They're instructions, commands to the field. But there's more to this than words. Emotion is the fuel, gratitude, love, joy. These are high-frequency states that expand your field and connect you more deeply to the flow of life. When you combine deep breathing, heart-centered emotion, and focused visualization, your energy becomes a beacon, a tuning fork that harmonizes with higher possibilities. But what about the beliefs that have been buried in your subconscious for years? The old voices of unworthiness, fear, or lack. They don't vanish just because you start thinking positively. These patterns are embedded deep within the emotional body. To release them, we need more precise tools. Techniques like EFT, Emotional Freedom Technique, and NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, can help unravel these blocks at the root. Because when those subconscious programs shift, everything else begins to align. Your thoughts, your feelings, your behavior, they begin to dance with the rhythm of the universe. And that's when the transformation moves from theory to experience. When you begin aligning with the reality of quantum entanglement and Entanglement, a profound shift takes place. The veil lifts. You stop perceiving life as a chaotic stream of random moments and begin to sense a hidden order beneath it all. It's no longer just about cause and effect. It's about resonance. The frequency you carry, mentally, emotionally, energetically, draws in experiences that match its vibration. And once your subconscious is in harmony with thoughts of abundance, clarity, and peace, that frequency reflects back through what appears to be coincidence, but is actually alignment. Many people who enter this state start noticing patterns. A solution shows up the same day you needed it. An opportunity arrives without you chasing it. Someone appears in your life with the exact insight you were searching for. These aren't accidents. They're evidence, signs that your vibration is finally matching the field of infinite potential. Even your emotional landscape changes. Fear no longer rules you. Anxiety loses its grip. Because your mind is no longer trapped in the illusion of separation, it's anchored in the truth of connection. You begin to feel that unseen current guiding your steps. And as your frequency evolves, your external world rearranges itself to reflect this evolution. You may notice certain people begin to fade from your life, while new relationships, deeper, more aligned, begin to appear. And this is not loss. This is resonance. Even your challenges begin to lose their heaviness. Problems don't disappear, but your relationship to them transforms. You stop asking, why me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? This mindset shift alone raises your vibration and opens new doors that were once invisible. But there's a common trap that causes many to fall out of alignment: the wavering between belief and doubt. You begin raising your vibration, you start manifesting a shift, and suddenly something unexpected disrupts it. A bill arrives, an argument erupts, a delay throws off your plans, and in that moment your mind starts spiraling. Maybe it's not working. Maybe I was just imagining things. But here's what most don't understand. Those moments aren't setbacks, they're tests. The universe doesn't punish, it verifies. It asks, are you truly aligned with this new vibration? Or will you fall back into the old one at the first sign of resistance? Imagine you've decided to attract abundance. You've shifted your mindset, you've opened your heart to receiving, and then an unexpected expense shows up. Most people interpret this as failure, but it's not. It's the universe checking your signal. If you respond with panic, you reinforce your old frequency of scarcity. But if you respond with calm, with trust, with the certainty that all is still flowing, you pass the test, and the universe locks in your new vibration. This same pattern plays out whether you're calling in success, love, or health. Old wounds may resurface. Toxic habits may reappear, not to destroy you, but to ask, have you truly let this go? When you understand this, you stop fearing the challenges and start seeing them as proof that your transformation is being solidified. This is how the universe works. It listens to what you embody, not just what you say. So how do you remain aligned when life throws its challenges at you? The answer lies in emotional vibration. The universe responds not to your words, but to the frequency behind them. You might say you desire wealth, but if your body tenses with anxiety when you look at your bank account, you're not vibrating abundance. You're broadcasting fear. You might affirm success every morning, but if deep down you doubt your worthiness, your subconscious sends out mixed signals, blocking what you're trying to receive. True manifestation happens when your emotional state matches the reality you seek. This isn't about pretending, it's about feeling as if it's already true. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that when you align your emotional energy with your desired outcome before it shows up in your physical world, you shift your entire vibrational field. and the universe responds in kind. If you want to change what shows up outside, you must first master your internal frequency. So how do you begin? Start with your thoughts. Observe them without judgment. And when a limiting pattern arises, pause and choose a new one. Next, enter the emotional state of your desired reality. Use visualization. Not just imagining the outcome, but feeling it. Feel the joy, the gratitude, the peace as if it were already yours. And finally, act in alignment. Don't just think differently, live differently. Speak, move, and decide from the vibration you now choose to embody. This is how you retrain the subconscious and activate the law of quantum alignment. What many once called mystical or supernatural is now being explained through quantum science. Phenomena like déjà vu, synchronicities, and even strong emotional bonds between people are no longer just spiritual ideas. They're becoming scientifically valid. The concept of quantum entanglement shows us that separation is an illusion. Just as two entangled particles can influence each other across great distances, your consciousness may be doing the same, connecting, influencing, and receiving through an invisible web of energy. Ancient wisdom spoke of this long before science caught up. In India, they called it prana. In China, it's known as qi. In the West, mystics referred to the Akashic field. Different names, same truth, an unseen energy that connects all things. Now, quantum physics is validating these ancient truths. Researchers like David Bohm propose that our universe may be holographic, where every part contains the whole, and everything is interconnected through a deeper field of order. The great physicist Erwin Schrödinger once said, "The mind and the world are not two." He wasn't speaking metaphorically. He meant that consciousness is woven into the very structure of reality. This understanding changes everything. You're not a separate being floating through space. You're a conscious node within a vast network of universal intelligence. And what you think, feel, and intend is not isolated. It echoes, it ripples, and it reshapes the quantum sea around you. This also explains the strange feeling that you've known someone your entire life, even if you've just met them. What if that's not coincidence, but the resonance of entangled consciousness? Echoes of a connection that transcends space and time. It would mean that so-called random encounters might actually be responses to the frequencies you're emitting right now. A vibrational call that attracts people, experiences, even entire realities that match your inner state. Quantum entanglement doesn't only bind particles. It could explain the unseen threads linking us to other people. Why do twins feel each other's pain from miles away? Why do soulmates seem to meet by fate? Because consciousness itself may be entangled. Think of two souls that were once unified, split across space and time, yet still vibrating in perfect harmony. This is the deeper view of connection, not just physical, but energetic, not by chance, but by alignment. Many spiritual teachings speak of the all, a state of being where individuality dissolves and what remains is pure unity. Science now explores this too, through altered brainwave states and non-local consciousness theories. Whether reached through deep meditation, heightened emotion, or spiritual awakening, this state allows you to transcend identity, to feel not just connected to the universe, but as if you are the universe, experiencing itself. Most people attempt to change their lives using only the conscious mind. They recite affirmations, set goals, and try to think more positively. But deep inside, fear and doubt still echo. This creates an energetic contradiction. You may say, "I believe," but if you tense up when you think of money, your actual vibration is still in scarcity. And the universe doesn't respond to your words. It responds to your true emotional frequency. Ask yourself, what do I genuinely feel about the life I wish to create? If you find resistance, fear, or hesitation, that's the signal that needs to shift. Vibration is sculpted by emotion. If you want to attract abundance, start by asking, how would I feel if I were already abundant? And begin living inside that feeling daily. Because the most powerful way to transform your energy is to start embodying the version of you that already exists in your desired reality. Want more confidence? Then act with boldness. Want success? Start making choices like someone who knows they're already successful. Your subconscious doesn't change just by wishful thinking. It needs proof, evidence that your identity has shifted, and you give it that proof through aligned action. But there's a powerful truth most never realize. Every challenge is not a punishment, but a signal, a sign that your reality is being recalibrated, that the universe is preparing to match your new energy. You may have noticed this in your own life. You decide to shift your beliefs about money, success, or relationships, and suddenly it's as if the world tests you. A bill shows up, an old partner calls, or a doubt resurfaces. This isn't coincidence. It's confirmation, a test of vibrational consistency. If your reaction is fear, frustration, or retreat, the signal is clear. Your frequency hasn't stabilized. But if you remain centered, if you hold your vision, act with faith, and vibrate in abundance, the universe takes note. You're no longer just thinking differently, you are being different. And that's what changes your external world. Not the wish, not the hope, but the energy you anchor in the face of contrast. Whether it's love, prosperity, purpose, or peace, when you respond to obstacles with a new frequency, you prove you're aligned. And that proof is what manifests the new timeline. So the next time you feel resistance or chaos, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Ask instead, is this my test? And then pass it. There's a subtle difference between thinking about something and being in it, between wanting and embodying. The universe is not listening to your words, it is responding to the vibration beneath them. You can say you want abundance, but if your body is filled with anxiety every time you think of money, what frequency are you truly sending out? You can visualize success, but if deep inside you feel unworthy, your signal is still one of lack. The key is to become the reality you seek before it manifests. This means aligning not just your thoughts, but your emotions, your energy, and your actions. Dr. Joe Dispenza teaches that manifestation begins when you enter the emotional state of the future you desire before it becomes your present. This emotional alignment sends a coherent signal into the field, and the universe reflects it back. So if you want to transform your life, don't start with effort. Start with energy. Shift your internal frequency first, and the external world will follow. So how do you actually shift your frequency in a practical way? Here are 3 steps that begin the transformation. 1. Observe and replace your thoughts. Start by becoming aware of the thoughts that dominate your inner dialogue. Every time you catch yourself thinking something rooted in fear, doubt, or lack, pause. Then gently replace it with a thought aligned with the life you want to live. It's not about forcing positivity, it's about consciously choosing a new internal pattern. 2. Step into the emotion of the outcome. Words alone are not enough. You must feel what it's like to already be who you want to become. When you visualize your goals, don't just see them. Feel the peace, the joy, the gratitude, as if it were already here. This emotional frequency is what communicates with the field. 3. Let your actions reflect your new identity. Your behavior must align with the vibration you want to hold. If you desire wealth but act from fear of loss, you're still operating in scarcity. But if you act with faith, with clarity, with generosity, your subconscious receives the message, "This is who I am now," and your reality responds. Many experiences that once felt mystical or unexplainable, like déjà vu, prophetic dreams, or meeting someone who feels instantly familiar, can be understood through the lens of quantum entanglement. Ancient traditions spoke of this interconnection long before modern science. In Hindu philosophy, it was called prana, the life force that flows through all things. In Chinese medicine, it's known as qi, a vital energy connecting body and spirit. In esoteric Western teachings, it's referred to as the Akashic field, a universal memory that holds the imprint of every thought and event. Today, quantum physics supports these ancient truths. Scientists now recognize the existence of a subtle energy field that binds everything together. David Bohm, a pioneer of quantum theory, proposed the holographic universe, a view that what we see as reality is only a surface layer of a much deeper, interconnected system. And as Erwin Schrödinger once said, the mind and the world are one. What these insights point to is profound. that consciousness isn't separate from matter. It is the fabric of existence itself. This understanding brings an even deeper realization. Your thoughts are not confined within your skull. They are not silent whispers lost in the dark. They are transmissions, waves of energy that ripple across the universal field. This may explain why you sometimes feel connected to someone you've just met, or sense a presence before it enters the room. It might be why certain encounters feel destined, like echoes of an unseen plan. Quantum entanglement isn't limited to tiny particles. It may also illuminate the energetic bonds between people. If particles can remain linked over great distances, why not minds or souls? Have you ever felt someone thinking about you? Or sensed when a loved one was in distress without a word exchanged? These moments might be more than intuition. They could be evidence of a deeper, quantum link between consciousnesses. Even the concept of soulmates might be a reflection of entangled energy. Two consciousnesses forever vibrating in harmony, no matter how far apart they may be. Ancient spiritual traditions spoke of this long before science gave it a name. They described an invisible force that weaves through all living things, known as prana in India, chi in China, or the Akashic field in Western mysticism. Now, quantum physics is catching up. It reveals that a subtle energy field does in fact permeate all of reality. This isn't fantasy, it's the frontier of science. Dr. David Bohm, a leading quantum physicist, proposed that the universe might be a hologram, a projection of a vast, unified field of information. Meanwhile, Erwin Schrödinger once stated, "The mind and the world are one," not metaphorically, but literally. This perspective aligns with the deepest teachings of spiritual masters. You are not just observing reality, you are part of it. Your consciousness is not a byproduct of matter. It is an expression of the very force that holds the cosmos together. There's one final truth that separates those who manifest with ease from those who never break free. It's not desire, it's not knowledge, it's surrender. You must reach a state of total trust, a place where your mind, heart, and energy are in perfect harmony, vibrating not from lack, but from knowing. The universe doesn't respond to anxious wanting, it responds to confident alignment. The more you try to control how and when your desire arrives, the more you signal doubt. And that doubt creates resistance. But when you let go, when you feel with absolute certainty that what you seek is already unfolding, the shift begins. Reality moves in your favor. Events accelerate. The right people appear. Synchronicities multiply. This is the paradox of manifestation. Let go to receive. Detach from the outcome, and it flows toward you. There are 4 sacred practices that help anchor this level of trust in your life. Let's explore them next. First, cultivate unwavering belief. Don't wait for proof before you trust. Trust, and the proof will appear. Hold your vision steady, no matter what unfolds. This consistency sends a clear signal to the field. You are ready. Second, practice gratitude in advance. Feel thankful for the reality you haven't yet seen. Why? Because gratitude is the energy of already having. It aligns your vibration with the version of you who has already received. Third, embrace detachment, desire. Line on, release. Let go of when or how it happens. Surrender the need to chase or control. Know that the universe has its own divine timing, and often its plan is more perfect than anything you imagined. And finally, act as if it's already real. Ask yourself, if I had already become that version of me, how would I walk, speak, decide, live that truth now? Because the universe doesn't respond to hope. It responds to embodiment. Live as though it has already arrived. If your goal had already manifested, how would you carry yourself? What thoughts would guide you? What choices would you make? Begin showing up in that way today. Because the universe is not reacting to your desires. It responds to your unwavering certainty. And once you reach that deep inner alignment, with no resistance, no fear, no need to grasp, you activate a flow that begins working entirely in your favor. You don't need to seek power outside yourself. It has always lived within you, waiting, ready to be remembered and activated. If this message spoke to something deep within, comment below. I'm ready to awaken my true power. And if you wish to continue walking this path of transformation, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Your journey is only just beginning. Thanks for watching.